Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leo Mookie here, back for you with another new chapter of the Heroic Gremory. And this is going to be the first of many chapters where I'll be focusing on that of Izuku gaining his peerage. However, two peerage members will not be joining after all. They'll mainly be joining during that of the main canon, if I'm going to be completely honest. But I won't say on who they will be. You just got to wait and see when the next chapters come out. So yeah. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get out of a quick recap with Izuku's life as a devil and apprentice of Ajuka begins to show progress. For example, when he was 12 years old, he was beginning to learn how to create his own magic crest circle. It's as he knows that he may never be the heir of the Gremory family, and he's aware that he's going to also be married off. So instead, he would make his own side branch of the Gremory family. Even if he's married off to another family, at least he knows that he'll still be a Gremory. Both not just in blood, but also in name as well. However, doing so also basically led him to go past the wards of Asgard in the Norse pantheon and meet with the king of the Norse, Odin, who had taken pretty good interest in that of Izuku, and finding out that a devil was able to pass through their wards. And for basically entertaining him quite a bit, he decided to, give him one favor. Figuring that Izuku would possibly want that of a Valkyrie as one of his servants, possibly a new form of magic, or basically do something to aid him. However, surprising Odin, he wants that of the Norse and the Devil faction to be an alliance, to working together and work in that of trades with one another. Hearing this, Odin once again was quite surprised and shocked, and has taken quite a liking to Izuku, with now the Norse and the Devil faction now having that of a alliance with one another, with trading and defending one another and ally against their enemies in the future. Showing at a young age, Izuku valued people's lives over that of his own wants and desires, after all, making him a very, very odd devil. Also during this time, the Gremory gained that of another servant outside of Chiron and Kiroka, that being a half-angel fallen girl by the name of Akeno Himejima, who wants nothing to do with that of her father and decides to stay within as that of a servant of the Gremory family, and became best friends with that of Rias. However, she also saw Izuku almost close to that of a brother as well. Not only that, this is also during the time announcing that of Rias' marriage towards Riser Phoenix, the third son of the Phoenix family, with both Izuku and Rias not happy about this, mainly that of Rias, of course. But given that the stipulations of their marriage, that it can be annoyed if she wins a rating game against Riser in the future, then that's all she needs to do. Unfortunately, it's easier said than done. But during this time, they also gained their evil pieces as well, with Rias' first peerage members being, Chiron and Akeno, of course, and for Izuku, it being Kiroka and Namaya. And now, with Izuku now at the age of 13, he plans on traveling the world, finding his peerage members himself. So, with all that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? Chapter 4, the Expelled Mage, and the Devil Hunter. And you would think with Izuku going all across the world, he would find that of unique and powerful individuals all across the world to join his peerage. I mean, he has that of multiple mutated pieces, which means he has enough strength to basically reincarnate quite a bit of the strongest, Longinus magic users, and even that of possibly demigod children of gods, after all, being demigods, of course. But that's not what Izuku wants. Turns out, during his time in the human world, for almost that of an entire year, Izuku wanted to focus on doing research. Research not just on that of many fantastic and amazing people, but also wanting to know about the world itself. He's always curious about the human world, about the legends, lore, and the people that they worship, outside of their greatest enemies being that of the angels in the church, alongside that of the fallen angels. But also, he wants to know more about the other gods. During this time, he began to work with that of Odin, actually. Well, when Odin's not too busy or too perverted not to help out Izuku, he basically teaches him more and more about that of Norse runes, which is also a good way for him to get a better handle of Ajuka's Kankura formula, which he's still studying on. During this time, while he's training to improve and basically work on his own version of the Kankura formula, he began to hear rumors of amazing and powerful individuals, while also being some that are causing quite a bit of trouble for that of the devils, and even all over across the supernatural as well. The first person that Izuku took an interest in quite a bit was that of an ex-US soldier, now turned mercenary, basically taking on any kind of job for any government. However, what secretly said that this woman possibly has a sacred gear, and a Longinus sacred gear. She mainly operates in that of the Middle East and in northern and mid Africa, of course. He also heard that of another legend about a former Chinese general that worked with that of the Chinese pantheon before began to travel the world in search of, finding his own place in life. He didn't know much about them until then, but he began to find out information about them. The next ones being that of two gently thieves, actually. They say that these thieves basically travel all across that of the supernatural in the world, stealing things from powerful entities in the supernatural, mainly that from, devils, fallen angels, the church. I even hear that they've gone to even pantheon, to that of other dimensions and planes to steal from that of the gods. However, turns out that was nothing but rumors. It seems that they're mainly after that of supernatural beings that can be seen, such as the angels, devils, fallen angels, possibly even that of vampires and the elves and werewolves too. Knowing that they travel all across the world, this is a team that Izuku needs to worry about and track down as soon as possible when the next time that they strike, hopefully. And then there are the last two. The first one being that of a devil hunter. They say that this man works with that of a shadowy organization of humans and possibly other supernatural beings. They mainly operate in Europe, actually. But I hear that they also go to that of China and Taiwan as well. They say that this devil hunter is a skilled mage that knows quite a bit about water magic. But instead of using water magic as more projectiles, instead they use water magic as close quarters combat as well, making them quite a versatile mage. You never really hear about a mage that basically fights up close and personal than just keeping their distance all the damn time. And last but not least, being that of a powerful sacred gear user as well. Rumor says that this sacred gear user is actually a member of the Golden Dawn, a magic squad, a wizard squad academy in that of London. However, rumor says that they planned on being expelled from this school, but not knowing the reason being is that she may have ties to that of the royal family, and the royal family wants nothing to do with the supernatural anymore and prefers to stay out of it. If her being a bastard daughter says anything, well, that just proves it even more that they're willing to ruin the lives of an innocent girl just so they can basically keep themselves from the supernatural. With that, Izuku already has a plan. He doesn't want to force her to join that of his peerage. Even the same thing goes for the Devil Hunter as well. But he wants to make sure that she's properly taken care of. Mainly finds that of a proper home. There are other mages, inside other mage academies inside of London and in, the United Kingdom. However, they can be quite, the royal family can be quite persuasive. Even though they don't want to be involved with the supernatural, they still have influence within the supernatural of Britain, of course. So he wants to at least make sure that she finds a place that she can stay for the time being. As the Devil Hunter, well, he's going to use himself as bait. And let's just say both Kiroka and, Namaya were 100% against it. And I mean 100% against it. To the point that Kiroka was basically clinging on to Izuku always. However, given that he's become a lot more stronger and tougher over the year that they've traveled the world, and him developing both his magic and his physical strength in combat, let's just say she didn't have much to work with. But even so, they still need to prepare for this plan. Starting tomorrow, at that of 10:30 in the morning, they're going to start Operation Catch the Hunter. Currently in London right now lies that of a girl with that of silverish brownish hair, chestnut brown hair, with crimson red eyes, and is wearing that of the Golden Dawn Wizard Academy uniform, as she's currently packing up in her dorm room, getting annoyed at the fact that she's basically leaving the one place that she saw as her home and the place that she can enjoy, as this 12-year-old young girl is the mage that Izuku has taken an interest in, as this young woman is called Meredith Orthington, the supposed, bastard child of the current, United Kingdom's royal family, as currently she's packing up all of her things from that of her dorm room. But then, soon that of a girl with a blonde-haired girl with that of curly blonde hair, wearing that of the same uniform. However, she's currently not wearing any shoes on right now, as she has that of a witch's cap and, cape as well. And she looks somewhat worried, saying, "Hey, Meredith, are you truly okay with this? I mean, you really don't have to leave. Or if you feel like it, you can come with me and Big Brother." Within soon, Meredith, looking at her closest friend and best friend during her time here at the Golden Dawn, otherwise known as LaFay Pendragon, a descendant of the original Pendragon family. Her family brought her here to protect her and to learn how to handle their family magic. However, it seems that her brother has caused quite a bit of a stir and trouble in their family, so he's basically on the run. Not wanting to leave her brother alone, LaFay decided to follow after her brother. Sooner, in about a year or so, he's going to be showing up to take her with him. Within, Meredith couldn't help but smile, saying, "As much as I would love to do that, just given how much trouble that's going to cause you two, it's bad enough that my mother worked so hard to basically get me into the Golden Dawn, and yet she was basically just a normal maid worker in Buckingham Palace after all. And yet, you would think that the Golden Dawn would do their best to basically allow me to stay, especially given my sacred gear. But no, they gave it in so easily, all because this is a decree from the royal family. Within soon, LaFay couldn't help but get annoyed as she basically puffs her cheeks in that of annoyance, even though it makes her look cute, within saying, then it doesn't, I still can't believe it. All because they're scared that the royal family is just going to get involved with that of the supernatural if you're here. Even though you're not even with their family, when they didn't even accept you. Accepting me or not, I'm still royal blood, and it can't be helped. Given tomorrow morning, I'll be leaving the dorms and the Golden Dawn forever. Hopefully, I'll find somewhere to stay for the time being. As for you, LaFay, I wish you and Arthur the best of luck in the coming years as well. After finishing packing, she soon couldn't help but lay down, saying, all I want to do now is just fall asleep. With that, soon, LaFay couldn't help but feel even more saddened at her friend's predicament. Currently in the outskirts of London, basically in one of the woods, lies that of a young man. A young man wearing that of a grayish suit that looks like a mixture of that of European, but also that of Chinese attire as well, as he has that of a red scarf and an orange reddish hair, as currently right now he's wearing that of a red mask on his face. Within soon, he creates that of a spell circle, within saying, High Council, this is Child. I would like to tell you that I've heard rumors of a devil coming to London to take in that of a powerful mage from the Golden Dawn who is being excommunicated from them due to royal decree. If anything, I hear that they plan on basically putting them into their peerage. It's only a rumor, but I wish to investigate if it is true or not. Within soon, a male voice saying, do what you like, Child. If they are a devil that plans on taking another human into their peerage, eliminate them. Within, a feminine voice saying, if not, kill the girl instead. Within, soon, hearing that saying, pardon me, but isn't our duty as Fatui to basically eliminate those of the supernatural? Those who basically destroy and look down on us humans? Why would I kill another human being for no reason? Within, soon, another male voice, a lot more calm and rational, saying, if we kill the devil's prize, then they're basically hurting more. If you say that this illustrious mage should be lost, then it's a necessary sacrifice. Kill the girl if you cannot defeat the devil, but if you can defeat the devil, then you wouldn't need to do such a thing. Isn't that right, Child? With that, hearing that, he couldn't help but clench his fist in that of annoyance and hatred, saying, I understand, absolutely, but I will do whatever is necessary to defeat the devil, so I wouldn't need to kill the innocent young woman. This is Child. Now I'll be signing out. With that, the spell circle disappears, as then removing his red mask, as you can now see his face a lot more clearly, as it seems like he's at least in that of his mid-teens, possibly that of 15 to maybe 16 years old, as he couldn't help but want to slam his mask onto the ground, but realized that he can't, as he's tied to it too much, within saying, damn it all. We say that we're protecting humanity from the supernatural, but in reality, all we're doing is basically ruining the supernatural's chances of taking in powerful and great humans. All I want to do is keep my family safe. That's only it. When I joined the Futui, all I wanted to do was keep my family well loved and well furbished and well taken care of. But I didn't think I would basically go out and kill that of kill so many people from the supernatural. Some of them don't even deserve to die. With then having that of an annoyed look as he slumps down to that of a nearby tree onto the ground, saying, "Brother, sister, am I doing the right thing?" With then, as contemplating his actions, as he soon falls asleep, thinking about this difficult situation. Currently now, Meredith now having that of all of her luggage all tied together, with now leaving that of the Golden Dawn as the gates basically close behind her. Is now she heading to that of a coffee cafe. However, they don't just serve coffee; they also serve tea as well. Wanting at least one cup of tea to at least calm her nerves, wondering on where she's going to live for the time being. She has enough money to stay at least out of a few hotels for a month or so, but other than that, this is basically, she's basically on her own. A 12-year-old girl that's now just homeless, given that she lost her mother about that of a couple years ago after enrolling her into the Golden Dawn. And now knowing that her father's biological family wants nothing to do with her, what else is there? With then soon finally getting her tea, within soon she begins to take a sip before somebody's sitting in the seat across from her, saying, "Is this seat taken?" With then looking at the person that came in as it being Izuku. With then looking at Izuku, she couldn't help but actually blush at the spiky-haired, messy brunette. Getting a better look at his, emerald green eyes as well, and his diamond-shaped freckles. As at first glance, you would think that he looks pretty plain, but at a second glance and a few more, you realize that the guy is pretty damn cute for a boy. As Meredith's cheeks began going pretty red. However, as the blushing basically fades, she soon realized that he has quite a bit of magic. And not only that, a unique form of magic. Basically showing that he is a devil. With now taking it slow, wondering the situation, as then soon she's saying, "I don't mind, but isn't it a little rude to go to a person's table?" Saying, "Yeah, I guess so. But, however, by the look on your face, I could tell that you were pretty saddened for yourself, actually." With then saying, "Is that easy to look on my face? Jeez, I'm guessing I'm really really easy to pick up, am I?" Within saying, "Sorry, if I'm stepping over my boundaries," saying, No. Surprisingly, that somebody like you actually cared, or at least a mere stranger actually cares about me." Within soon, Izuku saying, "Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Izuku Midoriya." With then hearing that, she's saying, "Izuku Midoriya, huh? By the look of your features, you seem more, European, actually. Possibly that of English, maybe German, possibly Romanian by your features." I didn't think that you would be more, have more Japanese features. But then Izuku scratching that of his messy brown hair, saying, "Get that a lot, actually." Within soon, she basically getting annoyed, but also curious. As then, she creates that of a spell circle, as the spell circle begins to expand around them. However, it was visible to Izuku, however, invisible to that of normal people, who barely has any magical sense whatsoever. As then, she's saying, "Alright, devil, what the hell do you want?" Saying, "So, you put up that of a magical barrier that keeps people from, listening to our conversation. That's a good idea. Sorry to do all this pushing around." allow me to actually fully introduce myself. My name is Izuku Gremory, but just call me Izuku. I've heard rumors about you, Meredith Ordenton. With then saying, I see, as she continues drinking some tea. Within soon, Izuku saying, you're basically the only daughter of Mallory Ordenton, a young mage that basically ended up serving as both the mage and a maid of the United Kingdom's royal family. Saying, you know your stuff. Been traveling the world for almost about a year or so I heard quite a bit, to be honest. But I hear that she ended up dying about that of 3 years ago. Is this correct? Finn saying, yes, actually. Sorry if this is personal. I don't mean to. No, you've done your research on me. It only makes sense that devils would take their interest in the things that they want. Actually, I'm not really interested in adding you to my peerage. Within hearing that, she's saying, seriously? Saying, well, I wouldn't say I wouldn't be too interested in having you a part of my peerage. But I just want to know if you have somewhere to go for the time being. You can stay. The Gremory family is allowing that of people to join to be servants for us. We're willing to allow you to to work under us, but you won't have to be turned into a devil or reincarnated devil whatsoever. We take in basically anybody from other races as our servants and treat them like family. Until during this time, you can also find a place where you could stay for yourself outside of being a servant. That's all I would ask for. Saying, that's it? That's all you want? To basically ask me to be a servant of the Gremorys, basically a devil nobility family, but you won't turn me into a reincarnated devil? You won't turn me into a devil that joined your peerage and all that? The things I've heard about you devils is that you basically take anybody into your peerage, that you'll force them into your peerage as well. With then hearing that, Izuku couldn't help but look down, saying, I won't lie, many devils basically believe that humanity and many other races belong to them. They'll basically do anything and achieve anything to force them to join, to basically force them to be part of their peerage. Either to help them in that of a raiding game, or even fight against them, or even be part of their harem whatsoever. It's kind of a downside of us as a species. Even though I'm honored to be a devil, I'm not gonna lie, we do have our own problems that we need to work through. Within hearing that, Meredith couldn't help but be totally shocked and surprised by Izuku's words. Instead of glamorizing on what a devil is, she's actually willing to bring up the downside of their race. Within, Izuku continues saying, but I won't lie, we do have our sense of honor, code, and respect. We live by our traditions and loyalty, especially to pillar families that see their servants or peerage members as family. As the Gremory, we value our servants. We value our respect, our loyalty. We value loyalty and our connection with others as well. As a devil, at least we are at least honest on how we truly feel. I can at least give us credit for that, as much as it does annoy me. As Izuku gives that of a somewhat embarrassed but also caring smile, with Marathon completely, utterly caught off guard by Izuku's words and what she's saying to her, with then wanting to know more about this young Gremory. On the other side of the coffee shop, on that of a rooftop, lies that of Child, seeing that of the situation, seeing both the devil and that of the mage girl that as hearing about, with then saying, so that's him, the devil that's interested in the girl, and that's the mage girl that the devil's also interested in. They look like kids, to be honest. Both of them are. But even so, I can't allow him to basically take an innocent girl. He's possibly even seducing her or basically using that of their mind memory magic to basically manipulate her to joining his peerage. Better take kids these days. Basically, they're willing to do whatever it takes to get what they want. With then, soon, a bow basically materializes in his hands as it being that of a short bow, mainly used for close range. As then soon a water arrow materializes in that of his hand as he's about to jump up. However, before he uses his bow to basically deflect a sword swing coming straight for that of about to bisect him from the torso. Within soon kicking the person away, however, they dodged it. Then they unleashed that of a flurry of slashes of attacks, moving so quickly that Child has no way to basically counteract them quite quickly. Before then, soon a blast of demonic energy begins to hit him, as he soon dodges out of the way by flipping in the air and landing back on his feet. As then behind his mask, his bright blue eyes couldn't help but be caught off guard, as his attackers being both Namaya and Kuroka, with then Namaya basically sheathing that of her Odachi, and Kuroka seeing that of her Senjutsu / demonic flames, basically a way for Kuroka to basically channel her Senjutsu properly through that of her demonic magic. With then, soon, Namaya saying, "You must be Child, the devil hunter, the one that has killed over that of 50 devils over the past 10 years. To think that a young man such as you is the cause of all of this." Within, Kuroka saying, behind that mask, he does look like he does look a bit of a looker after all, but he's got nothing on that of Lord Izuku though. Within, the young Child couldn't help but say, by the look of you, it looks the black-haired girl with that of the cattails and cat ears is a Nekushou. Given the demonic power I can sense from her, and you're a minotaur, aren't you? A half-breed at least, I'm guessing. To think that two lovely ladies such as you basically becoming that of reincarnated devils from other supernatural species would become that. And I'm guessing since you're fighting me, you're basically belonging to that young man down there. Within, soon, Namaya getting into that of a combat stance, as her legs are spread apart, and her hand is hovering over that of the hilt of her Odachi. Within saying, "And you're planning on killing our master? We can't allow you to kill the young master, but we do want. However, we are also here to stop you as well." Within soon, preparing his bow as he spins it around in his left hand, before saying, "I like to see you ladies try." As then, the three begin to battle, as soon sending that of burst of magic water arrows towards the two ladies, as Kuroka basically dodges out of the way. However, Namaya, having that of a quick draw slash, basically destroys all of the water arrows coming straight at her. With then soon switching her stance as she unsheaths that of her Odachi once again. With both hands having the sword right close to that of her face, as then Child tries to do that of multiple kicks while also still sending that of water arrows towards Namaya. Within, she blocks, dodges, and basically parries each and every one of the attacks coming straight at her before swinging down her sword, as it creates that of a fissure into that of the building. However, given that they basically create a barrier during their fight, that will basically buffer out soon after they're finished. Within, Kuroka, still having that of her Nekushou Senjutsu devil flames in her hands, as she sends them flying towards that that of Child, as he soon dodges each and every one of the flames before Kuroka basically leaps at him, as then she slams that of her slim legs down onto the ground, within destabilizing that of the rooftop, as soon jumping up into the air. However, this was the perfect opportunity for that of Namaya to basically counteract, to basically knock Child back into the ground as she swings her sword down on him, within basically cutting his short bow in half, being sent flying back to that of the rooftop, creating that of a pretty big crater. Within feeling that of the pressure on him, he couldn't help but say, "Seriously? I'm being pushed back this far? To think that reincarnated devils can actually give me a run for their money. I've taken out so many of you guys, it shouldn't be this problem." Within soon, Kuroka saying, "Well, I may be a newly reincarnated devil, but Lady Namaya here is a veteran when it comes to being a reincarnated devil." Within sheathing that of her Odachi once again, saying, You're out of your league, Child. Surrender now, and you won't be hurt anymore." Within saying, "Sorry, ladies, but I can't do that." As then a spell circle soon appears in front of Child, as then he brings out that of 2 water daggers in his hands, before then putting them together as the water begins to extend, creating that of a double-bladed dagger saber, with then soon spinning it around, saying, "All right, now, I guess I gotta get serious as well." With then soon rushing towards the ladies as the fight between the three gets even more serious. Back with that of Meredith and Izuku. Within she's saying, "So this is an offer. You're offering to basically shelter me within the Gremory family as a servant, or join your peerage." Saying, that's basically the simple. Saying, "What's the catch? I know how you devils are basically symbols of lust, and given that you're a high schooler, that you're basically a teenager too, I'm guessing you're interested in me." Saying, "Nothing like that. No, far from it. My major sin isn't lust, after all." Within soon saying, "Wait, what? Yeah, I've never been interested in, anybody sexually. And it's not that I'm gay either. I'm 100% straight. It's just that I don't have any interest in, the fairer sex right now. Right now, I'm just want to focus on improving my peerage and growing stronger, actually." Within hearing that, saying, "That's your reasoning?" Saying, "Yeah, and if there are people that I hear that need help, and that need place to help, and I need some place to support them, then I'm willing to do so." You may think I'm kind of naive, but I've always been a person that's fascinated with heroes. Besides devil heroes, there are also human heroes and many other heroes of legend all across the world. I want to be just like them, a person that saves people. But my idea of saving people is giving them at least that of a home, protecting them, keeping them safe, and all that. I don't just need to be a hero that fights to protect the masses. I can just be that one person that just wants to save one life. And if that one life is well protected, even at the cost of my own, then I think I did a better job." Within hearing all that, Meredith couldn't help but even be more and more shocked and surprised, and more intrigued on Izuku. Seeing him completely different from the devils that were basically told about during their studies at the Golden Dawn. This is no devil. To Meredith, Izuku is basically an angel in devil skin, truly pure, even with having that of a sin, even though he's considered an evil being in that of human society. Within soon, she couldn't help but laughs, saying, "Man, you really are something else, Izuku. Well, you've got me." But then saying, "Huh? I'll join your peerage." Saying, "Wait, seriously? Yeah, I don't mind. If you're willing to help me and support me, then I'll do so. Honestly, being a servant is kind of a pain in the ass, and I hate to owe people a debt. However, if I do join your peerage, then you're going to have to, do me a favor." Saying, "Anything. The royal if you know about my past, and you know that my father is basically the 15th prince in line to the throne. It's because of him that I was removed from the Golden Dawn to begin with. And because of that, I can't stand him, to be honest. So, in return of joining your peerage, I want you to help me basically grow even stronger." Saying, "Wait, seriously?" "Yes. I want you say that you wanted to grow even stronger and want to improve. I want you to help me improve. As for my sacred gear is called Elfeka Tyrant. I barely use it, mainly because I focus more on my magic craft after all. But if you can help me master my sacred gear, alongside that of my magic abilities as well, and proving that everything that my mother did for me giving me a place at the Golden Dawn wasn't a waste for my father basically taking that away from me. Is that enough for you?" Within hearing this, Izuku can't help but smile, saying, "I'll do my best. If anything, I'll make sure that you're so strong and so powerful, the next time that you see your father, he's going to regret basically abandoning his daughter. Just you watch." Within hearing that, Meredith couldn't help but smile at Izuku as the two shake hands, showing that they're now tied together. Within, soon, a spell circle appears in the right ear of Izuku, saying, "Hello, Izuku Midoriya here." Within, it coming from the mind saying, "Young master, we've captured him." Saying, "The Devil Hunter? Yes, the Devil Hunter child is now under our jurisdiction." Within, Izuku saying, "Then both missions have been accomplished." After that, meet me at the rendezvous area. Within, Namai saying, "Affirmative, over and out." With that, the spell circle disappeared as well, as then soon, Namai saying, "Devil Hunter," saying, "We're going to be meeting my second peerage member. Hopefully he joins, though." With that, they soon arrive, and that of a somewhat well-furbished apartment building in London, and lying on the floor being that of a tied-up child and that of Senjutsu flames. Within, as child is also mouth being covered by the Senjutsu flames as well. Within, soon, Izuku saying, "Still can't believe that you guys were able to take him down." Within, Kiroka basically, rubbing her shoulder, saying, "I won't lie, he did push me pretty far. He's pretty tough, to be honest." Within, Namai saying, "Quite skilled, strong, and capable. The worst part is, he was still holding back against us." Within, soon hearing that, Child's eyes couldn't help but be utterly shocked, as currently he's not wearing his mask, as right now Kiroka's mask is, in her kimono right now. Within, Izuku saying, "He was still holding back? And you could tell?" Within, Namai saying, I've told you, I've been around since that of the Great War, Master Izuku. I know on who's basically giving it their all and who is holding themselves back, or rather, who has that of limitless potential and who has already reached their peak. This young man was not just holding himself back, but he still has that of quite a bit of potential as well." Within hearing that, Izuku couldn't help but smile, saying, "I see." Within, soon, he was saying, "Kiroka, could you?" Saying, right. As then, snapping her fingers, as the Shinjutsu, flaming robes basically uncover his mouth. However, he's still tied up, saying, "Ugh, listen, devil, if you want to kill me, then do it already. I don't want to waste any more time." Within saying, "Devil Hunter Child, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Izuku Gremory, and I also hear that you're a member of the Fatui. Is this true?" Within saying, "You know your research. Most devils that I kill hear about me, but they don't know more about the organization I serve until I tell them before ending their lives. And knowing that you're a Gremory, I'm guessing you're one of the younger siblings of the current Satan Lucifer. Am I right?" After hearing that, Izuku could help but smile, saying, "You know your stuff too." Within, soon basically sitting down on the floor, within saying, "I'm going to be honest, child. I want you to join my peerage." Saying, "You're serious? You do know on how many devils I've killed over the years, right?" Saying, "I know. You've killed over basically 50 devils over the past 10 years. But you were ordered by the Fatui. Am I right?" Within saying, "True. But the Fatui are basically the guardians of humanity. Our duty is to protect all humanity from the supernatural. Not just you devils, but also fallen angels, vampires, werewolves, elves, and even that of the gods themselves if need be. That is what we do. That is what we are made to do." Within saying, "I see. But you do know that the Fatui also worship a god, though." Within saying, "Wait, seriously?" Saying, "You've been a member for them for this long, and yet you didn't know this?" Within soon looking down, saying, I'm only a member of the Fatui because of reasons." Within, Izuku saying, "Are those reasons tied to your family by any chance?" Within hearing that, child couldn't help but be even more caught off guard. Within, Izuku saying, "I can tell in your eyes. You may have done quite a bit of horrible things, but your eyes say otherwise. Your eyes say that you didn't want to do all those things. You didn't want to kill the devils or fallen angels or any other supernatural creature. The Fatui made you do it. The Fatui had you do it. If anything, I'm guessing the Fatui either kidnapped you or you joined the Fatui because you had no other choice. Am I right?" Within, looking down, still tied up, as his look of basically going through that of flashes, memories of basically being forced to join the Fatui to support his family, forced into their cruel and dark, twisted training regiment to fight against the supernatural. Forced to the point that whatever spark of light and hope that he ever had as a child nearly basically breaking from all of the strain and pain of the training, being the new child. The boy that he once known as Tortartan. Within, soon, he couldn't help but get annoyed, saying, "You know all this so much, and yet I've done so many heinous things. Even though people say that devils are evil. Out of all the devils I've killed, there are 10 devils that weren't really evil. I've realized that. Some basically gave up their lives so their peerage one of their peerage members could survive. One was basically willing to give up his life to make sure that his servants survived. Another said that he was willing to give up his life if the person that he wanted to join his peerage could basically live their life normally any way they wish. There are so many devils that basically had kindness in their hearts, and yet I cut them down. And because of this, I'm now being asked to join your peerage. Don't you think that you're going to get a lot of strength for this thing? Trust me, I'm aware of the things that I'm probably going to get if you join my peerage. However, that's only if people know that your child." Within hearing that, saying, What? You do have another name, right? It isn't just Child, right? Within hearing that, Child or Tortitan couldn't help but be shocked, saying, I do. It's a name that I was forced to throw away when the Futui made me Child, after all. Saying, well then, tell me, what is your real name? Within saying, Tartatan. Tartatan Valsnir. That is my real name. Within saying, Tartatan Valsnir. I, Izuku Gremory, will allow you to join my peerage. And if you have any family, the Gremory family will do whatever it takes to protect them, either as servants of the Gremory family or as that of protection as well. We'll do whatever we can to support you and them. After all, even servants of our family even the family of our servants are our family as well. Within hearing that, Tartuden couldn't help but basically tear up. Hearing all of this, he couldn't help but feel that he's finally met another kind-hearted devil. A kind-hearted devil that actually ended up saving him. Soon, Izuku saying, Kuroka, saying, on it, master. As snapping her fingers, no longer bound by that of the Shinjutsu flames. Soon, finally basically collapsing on the ground, as tears began to, fall through the sides of his eyes, as he couldn't help but smile, before covering his eyes with his right arm, saying, you really are something else, Gremory, and I'm thankful. Thank you for everything. Izuku smiling, saying, all I wanted to do was help. It's the only thing I've always wanted to do, is help those in need, even my enemies as well. Because I've realized, after wanting to be a hero for so much, there's always two sides of a story. The hero's story and their enemies. Sometimes their enemies aren't really as evil as people like to say that they were. After that, Izuku offering a hand for Tartatan, seeing the hand of the messy brunette, offering that hand as well, offering his own hand, as Izuku raises him up, and the two shake hands. With now Izuku having that of a new bishop and that of his second knight. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Love to read them. So, how did you guys like it? Now Izuku has that of 4 peerage members and only a few more to go. I hope you guys liked the way on how they joined Izuku's peerage after all, with Marion basically being removed from the Golden Dawn, with Izuku basically offering help, and also him protecting Tartuten and his family from the Fatui after all. When it comes to Izuku, fighting them or basically just, offering them that of honey words is not enough. Sometimes Izuku needs to do the one thing that matters the most to some of his peerage members, their family. Not only that, and possibly in the next couple of chapters, his actions need to speak louder than his words. And since this is Izuku, his actions are a lot more better than just his words as well. So look forward to that. Any rate, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to get to date my videos when I upload to the channel. Also, please check out my Discord, my gaming channel, my main channel, my other channel, my Patreon, and my Cash App. All linked in the description below. So, with all that said, this is Leon Milky, signing out. Later guys, and hope you all take care.